Hi guys, hope you're well. This is my first ever video, so it's going to be absolutely awful. And I'm fully expecting the ones after this probably to be the same, but horse racing selections are horse racing selections. Yeah, the video doesn't really matter. My name's Charlie Winters. I used to be a former professional tipster and horse racing journalist. I used to have my own tipping line. I'll be honest, the good days are brilliant. The bad days, they're tough. That's why I had to give it up. The horse racing journalist, I used to interview horse racing trainers. You've got your likes Clive Britton, who doesn't train anymore, Rafe Beckett or Ralph Beckett. I don't know why they call him Rafe, but I'm sure you can tell me that in the comments. Oliver Sherwood, and at the time, Oliver Sherwood's assistant, Warren Grettrex, who's now training his own right, and Noel Chance, lots more. So let's get on today. Let's forget that. Let's get on to today. So I'm giving you an each way look 15. I've got 4 selections that are decent prices. I think generally 7 to 1 or above. And this is for Saturday the 15th of January. So let's get straight into it, shall we? Right. The selections for today are Dash Full of Cash in the 12:55 at Kempton. This is an 8-race novice hurdle, and it showed decent form on it's quite a high standard. There's a couple in there that's been penalised, but Dash Full of Cash is Emma Lavell's, and I'm expecting a decent run to sneak into the places. And if anything happens on this very cold day to the front two, then there's a real good chance it could be threatening possibly the winning enclosure. Let's just see. It's around 10 to 1 at the moment. So good, decent each way value. My only worry of not getting a place is if there's a non-runner, because there's 8 runners, and it could knock the field down to 7 runners, which would mean first 2. So that's a doubt, but I'm keeping with the selection. Right, Rainbow Mirage in the 13:10 at Lingfield, 1:10 for most people. Laura Pearson has ridden this horse to success in the past in the same graded race. On its last run, it came from behind in a better race. Well, I can't see it not finishing the first 3. I'm not saying it will definitely finish in the first 3, because as we know, it's quite tough to pick anything to finish to win. Never mind in the first 3. Never mind to win. So at around 5 or 6 to 1, I'm fully expecting this horse to be in the first 3. Fizzy Feet in a 2:20 at Lingfield. I'm expecting this horse go straight to the front to get them all off the bridles, and hopefully it lasts out. It often gets caught, but I'm hoping the jockey rides a decent race and can basically shock them to like, oh, hold on a minute, we've got some ground to make up here, and I'm hoping it could last that to finish in the first 3. Right, to the main race, the 2:40 at Kempton, Chittabello. Well, this is Lanzarote hurdle, and often it's a prelude to what could happen at a race, one of the handicaps at Cheltenham. But looking at the race, you've got 2 or 3 that have they've won a few, but there's nothing real standout. You've got Greenbook, who it could be anything. It's run over this distance on the flat, so you'd expect it to stay, but it's a bit weird translating the flat form to National Hunt. Yes, he's got a claim of taking a big chunk off. I think when it comes to these big races, you've got to hold your nerve a bit. But saying that, I've gone for another horse, Chittabello, which has got a £7 claim run, knows how to ride. Generally, it's held off the pace in races between 2 mile and 2.5 mile. It's gradually been upped in distance. It still hasn't raced at this distance, but it's, with me saying it's normally held up, it actually it was tracking the pace last time. And I've always been into a lot of running myself, and for those that like to start off steady, if you actually go up with the pace, it's a real lung burner, and it can get you fit very quick. So I'm just thinking that last race was a real lung buster, just to get it in peak fitness for today. I could be wrong, it could run a stinker, who knows, but between 10 and 12 to 1, I'm thinking, well, it's got a chance. So decide what steaks you want for each Way Look 15. I've just gone for £1 each Way Look 15, which is £30 steak. I wish you every success. Obviously, this is my first video. They've got to get better than this, surely. So it's not the videos, it's the horses that count. So fingers crossed, and I'll do a review video later on today. Thank you for listening. Charlie Winters, cw-tips.com for the full analysis.